I'm Daniel. Welcome. Hello. Was that clickbaity? I hope so. I'm going to talk about my records. That's right. It's super exciting. It's a brand new series where I talk about my records in my record collection aimlessly for a very long time. Let's get into it. First, we have Jeff. That's right. We all know him. We all love him. We're talking about Jeff. French psych folk band. Oh, hello, Como. French psych folk band from France in the 70s. No one in this band called Jeff. 0% people in this band called Jeff. Just a bunch of other dudes. We have Gerard Eloy, Pascal Fontaine, Jean-Louis Raveau, and what's it? The dude who founded this band, what was his name? Roger Wallet, apparently? That doesn't sound very French. Is that right? Maybe there's a Jeff in this band. Anyway, I can't tell if there is or not. Cool record, cool band. That's why I'm talking about it. They put out 2 albums. First one is a bit more traditional, sort of folk. Not even really that psych, just kind of more folk. Very rural, very raw. Which is kind of why this record's so great. Como, can you fuck off? Oh, just kidding. I love you, Como. I don't hate animals. I love animals, right? I love animals. What a sweet little angel. All right, go away. Lie down. Thank you. Can't get any fucking peace and quiet around here. My kids are gone. The wife is gone. Thank God. They'll be back in an hour. Don't worry. I'm not divorced. Not yet. If I keep my records, I might be. Right. Great record. This is the second album. Came out in 1978. Bit more interesting. Bit more psych leaning, not just folk. So psych folk, but mixed with other instruments and sort of other styles as well. Definitely a jazz influence in here, which I really love. And a bit more experimental. There's one song in particular called Le Hamac, which is my favorite. That's sort of the standout track. And that, to me, sounds like a post-rock song. Surprisingly, kind of out of left field. Super beautiful sort of instrumental post-rock song, essentially. Sort of like, you'll have to listen to it. Fucking listen to it. Fucking listen to this record. Good luck Discog searching Jeff, by the way. See how far you get. Definitely need to put in a few other details. Mainly that probably 1978 would help in psychedelic or folk. I don't think this was all recorded in 1978. It sounds earlier to me. Probably like early 70s. And then just released later. Definitely sounds really raw, really rural. I can imagine like just a bunch of dudes in France in a shed on a farm, like a fucking vineyard or some shit, making music in the shed. I mean, doesn't that sound amazing? I want to live in France on a farm in a shed making music. That's what I want to do. So subscribe to my channel and I might move to France and live in a shed. Labels, it's on the, what is it? Fucking what? Coralia label, which no one's heard of because there's nothing on it. That's good. There's like a couple other releases. Again, none of it's good. This is the only thing. So Jeff, check it out. Pretty cool. I've been wanting it a long time. Been on my wish list for 6 years or so. Finally decided to pull the trigger. It was available. It was just, it's a little expensive, but I love this record. It's so good. So I decided to finally, give myself a little present, a little prezi. Right. Number 2, we have the seminal work by none other than Tom Cameron. Music to Wash Dishes by. You've heard of Pet Sounds. You've heard of Sgt. Pepper's. We're talking about Music to Wash Dishes by. 1982, Tom Cameron on his own private press label, Bathing Records. Look at this dude. Look at that fucking dude. I mean, he is a mad scientist, a wizard, a synth wizard. Glorious, triumphant. A spectacle of a man. So kind of crazy backstory on this dude. He would connect those synths up to his brain somehow, or his head, with that headband. All those wires and shit. And he would make music via his brainwaves. That's pretty fucking crazy, right? Like, that sounds pretty crazy. Pretty cool. Really amazing sounds. Really, really beautiful. Kind of eerie, kind of dark, kind of strange, but really, really cool. The main reason I bought this record was for the first song, which is called Balsa. Sounds like a Manuel Gushing sort of song, maybe from like E2, E4. Literally sounds like E2, E4. Just maybe not as long as sort of drawn out. But the same sort of like krautrocky, motoric, electronic sort of sound, which I love. The rest of the album's totally different, completely different sounds throughout. On Another Question, it's a bit more sort of like ambient. Maybe not ambient, maybe a bit more sort of like dreamlike. It's floating. It sort of feels like a horror movie dreamscape. So it's got a like underlying bit of anxiety, but in a really calming way. It's kind of cool, kind of weird. And then Zoot, which is really interesting. Kind of sounds like the band Antenna, if y'all know. Like it's like a French new wave kind of bossa nova-y band from the 80s. Sounds just like them, except no singing, more instrumental. But anyway, really, really cool. Really happy to have this. No reissues of this yet, unfortunately. They did, I think, like a CD reissue, unofficial, back in like 2012, maybe. So yeah, someone needs to reissue this, please. Someone. Fucking listen to it. Listen to this record. Fucking listen to it. Go online right now and fucking listen to this goddamn record. Alright. 3. Eros in Arabia. This is a cool one, I think. We're listening to it right now, in fact. That's how cool it is. I'm actually listening to this record as we speak. Eros in Arabia by Drair Divora. Real name Richard Horowitz. Which I think he was like a jazz session, or maybe just like a jazz percussionist, session percussionist maybe, from the 70s. He worked with a few notable people, actually, like Anthony Braxton, John Lewis, Steve Lacy, Alan Silva. So, kind of a big deal. Before releasing his debut album in the 80s, this is 1983. Wait, no. JK, 1981. 1981 on Ethno Records. I can't show you the label, I'm afraid. I'm playing the record. Which is also basically, it's a private release. So he released the record himself. It got released and no one cared. Which is a shame, because it's a great record, right? I mean, it's beautiful. It's kind of like basically a ethno-ambient. God, that sounds pretentious. Ethno-ambient record. Very minimal. Very experimental in sound. A lot of use of sort of interesting sort of like percussion sort of sounds through electronics and synths, mixed with more sort of organic or instrumentation as well. He would later work a lot with John Hassell and sort of developing the whole fourth world concept, which you can definitely hear in this record. That's what it sounds like to me. Sounds very much related to that. So we're listening to the song Elephant Dance, which is the main track, number 1. It's like a 22-minute long fucking little trickling of synth sounds and little fluty things, pan flutes and shit. I don't know, it's good. It's really good. Really beautiful to listen to, just mellow out to. Awesome song, awesome record. My favorite track on this would be Baby Elephant Magic. So a lot of elephants in this album. Baby Elephant Magic, just incredibly beautiful. It's one of the shorter songs, but it's super beautiful. Anyway, I don't know. It's a good album. That's why I'm talking about it. Number 4, we have Calculated Risk. Dave James, Calculated Risk. Completely unexpected, this record, I would have to say. I bought this primarily for the track Circles, which I sort of like came across somehow. Super cool song, I should say. First and foremost, Circles. Sounds like Gary Higgins, of all people. Like an 80s tinged... Come on, lay down. Lay down. Can't get a fucking break. Lay down. Sounds like an 80s tinged Gary Higgins. So, psych folk, right, in nature. There's 2 tracks on this album that sounds kind of psych folk. Acid folk, All I Want, and Circles. But Circles is really the standout track. I mean, it sounds like a sort of like Balearic leaning 80s tinged Gary Higgins song, which is insane, but that's literally what it sounds like. The rest of the record, not so much. The rest of the record's a bit more sort of like 80s UK jangle pop, new wave, with a sort of like Americana thread throughout, in line and sort of in sound of similar sound to like maybe like an Aztec Camera, or like maybe like new music or modern art even a little bit. The less like dark wavy side of modern art and more like the Beach on the Horizon side of modern art. And yeah, maybe even a bit of Cleaners from Venus, kind of, not really. But yeah, really cool stuff. It's on Red Brick Records, which is basically a private release. There's a couple other releases on Red Brick Records, but it's mainly just Dave James. I'll show you the label. Another cool thing, it's on this clear vinyl, which is it was unexpected. I wasn't thinking that was going to happen, but there you have it. Red Brick Records, like I say, there's a couple other releases. One in particular looks kind of interesting, more like a compilation. But other than that, it's really just Dave James, doing his own thing. And yeah, super pleased with this. Not very expensive, pretty cheap overall. Kind of hard to find-ish. I mean, there's not like a million copies out. But if you find it, it's not going to be that expensive. And it's not like it's got a massive want list or anything. So it's accessible. And yeah, pleasant listen throughout. Worth checking out. Dave James, Calculated Risk. That came out, did I tell you? That came out in 1983. That's a 1983 release. UK. All right. Are you ready? Are you ready for the clickbait shot? This is what it's all about, my guys. This is what it's all about. I've been waiting for this moment. I've been waiting for this goddamn moment for a long time. This is one of the best records of all time. No questions. I don't care who you are or what you say. This is one of the best records ever made. Pharoah Sanders, Pharoah, 1977, Indian Navigation. On the fucking blue misprint, my guys. Are you kidding me? Are you looking at this? This is a blue misprint cover. Pharoah Sanders, Pharoah LP. The original is the sort of brown cover, which is cool too. It's cool. Hey, no offense. You got a brown cover. I appreciate you, but I got a blue cover. What can I tell you? I got a blue cover. So I'm better than you. But yeah, I mean, listen, I don't spend money like this on records ever. This is the first time in my life where I've spent more than a certain amount. I won't even tell you because it makes me want to throw up. But I did spend a bit of money on this, as you might imagine. Not as much as you might think, though. I didn't go insane, okay? I didn't pay the Discogs prices. I did not. I worked with the seller. I fucking massaged it a little bit. I did a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I got in where I needed him. Didn't fucking fuck with the fees. No fucking fees. Thank you. None of that shit. No tax. I live in California. Fucking sucks. But I got the record. Here I am. I'm a new man. Everything's better. My whole life is better now because I have this record, as you can imagine. I'm living the dream. You know what I'm saying? I'm living the dream. I have this record. Definitely a big time grail. On the want list for a million years. And here it is. Here it is, folks. And if you're not aware of what this record is, which maybe you don't know what this record is, and in which case you're a lucky fucking person because you get to find out about this record. This is the Pharoah Sanders record. All Pharoah Sanders records are great. Whole discography is pretty much perfect. But this is the fucking record. Let's be real. 1977. This is like soul jazz, spiritual jazz masterpiece. There's only 3 songs. But they're just incredibly beautiful, long, sort of meditative, sort of explorations of sound. With a bit of a groove. My favorite track has got to be Harvest Time. A-side. Side 1, Harvest Time, 21-minute long song. Sort of starts with this mellow groove and sort of ends in this sort of just like all-consuming sort of sound that just like literally makes you levitate. This is Pharoah Sanders at his best. Let's be real. I mean, it is. There's no ego here. There's no bullshit. It's just like him, and it's perfect. So yeah, super happy to have this. I'll show you the label. I gotta show you the label of the Clickbait record. I have to show you because it's just. I mean, look at it. Look at this. Look at this. Look at it. It's beautiful. Look. Incredible. In like perfect condition, almost perfect condition. I mean, nothing's in perfect condition. Let's be real. The cover's not perfect, but pretty near, pretty close. Happy guy. Hey, get the fuck away from my record. So that's it, my guys. This is Como. She really, really wanted to talk to you all. So that's Como. We're signing out. We're gonna say goodbye, and maybe we'll do this again if maybe more than 2 people watch this video. So please watch this video, and for the sake of the shed in France that I want to move to on a vineyard somewhere, making music, fucking subscribe. All right.